Hey, this is Dara, as in I dare you to speak with confidence. In today's video, I'm going to help you speak professionally at work. Let's do it. Okay, I'm so excited to give you this confidence today on how to speak professionally at work because I know you struggle sometimes with doing this. It could be a meeting, a Zoom meeting, you have an interview or a promotion, or just speaking to your manager, or you're just walking into some sort of workplace environment that you want to make sure you're conveying confidence and professionalism. I've been there. I understand the concerns. I know how stressful it is. I've remembered early back on my intern days of not knowing how to speak sounding confidence at work. And then later on, when I had more years of experience, same thing. The butterflies come in and we get overwhelmed when we're in a meeting with the higher ups. But there's 3 tips I have for you. And this is important for you to learn that you can do no matter what level you're in, what job you're in. Number 1 is I want you to aim to speak for clarity. Aim for clarity. A lot of times we get so nervous that we lose track of the message we want to say. And especially if you're going in asking for a promotion or you're asking for time off, or maybe to switch departments, or you want to really convey something that you know can cause a little bit of angst in the other person and they may not be ready for that conversation. Aim for clarity. What specifically are you looking for? Can you think of the outcome first and then back it up with something that they can hopefully say yes to? I was just coaching, for example, one of my clients, and she works in the medical profession, and she was telling me how she's very nervous speaking. She can do her job, right? Injections or blood pressure or whatever her nursing tasks involve, but speaking makes her nervous. And I said, well, wait a minute. You're taking the same skills you have for performing your medical duties and bringing it into the confidence of speaking. Because if you were to walk into a doctor's office and the medical professional says to you, it's my first day on the job, I'm really nervous, I got to take your blood pressure, or they come at you with a needle, but you're watching their hand shake, you're going to be freaked out as the patient, right? So it's the same thing if you're walking into a corporate meeting and you say to your boss or coworker, um, I have to ask for something and I'm a little nervous to ask for it. I know you're probably going to say no. The other person is now going to be feeling extra uncomfortable because they know you're feeling uncomfortable. So what you want to do is aim for clarity in your message. I really love working here. I'm excited that I've been making a strong contribution on the team, but I do need to tell you I need some time off and I want to ask for that. So find something specific, one thing that you are asking for, and lead with that and lead with confidence when you ask for it. Okay, now this rubs into the second part of the tip today, which is when you're speaking, see if you can offer a solution or solve a problem. Because if you're asking for something, whether it's a promotion or time off, the first thing the manager is going to be thinking is, well, who's going to fill the spot while you're not here? So solve the problem. I've already checked with Shelly and she can handle my workload, or John and I are going to be partnering to see if we can fill it. Solve problems. Every person in a workplace environment wants problem solves. They don't want more things coming their way. So let the person know you can hear their concerns. You understand what they're worried about. You know what they're thinking, and you have a solution or an idea to solve it. This is how we communicate professionalism, because we're being mature and we're thinking ahead. We're going the extra step. Okay, the next tip and then a bonus tip. So tip number 3, whether you're speaking at a meeting in a corporate environment or socially, is to remember that communication is a two-way exchange. You got to allow the other person to respond. It's not just you spitting out information to them. You have to give them time to answer. So ask questions and then stop talking. Pause. It is an exchange of dialogue. It's an exchange of information. And this is how we convince the other person of something we want, or this is how we're able to convince somebody if it's a sales meeting. This is how we're more persuasive. This is how we show professionalism, is that we talk less. I'll give you a real quick example of this. So one of my friends told me that she ran into Bill Clinton at a book signing when he wrote his book several years ago. And she herself was a new author. And she went up to him. She was so excited. Oh, I love being here. I don't understand why there's so many people at your book signing, but hardly anybody was at mine. Well, Bill Clinton, because he's a suave communicator, what does he do? He jumps in and offers insight about her book. Oh, you wrote a book? What's the name of your book? He writes it down. What's your name? All of a sudden, the conversation is spun around where he's interested in her. Why did he do that? Well, he's Mr. Charismatic, right? She leaves feeling, oh my God, he's interested in me. How nice. He cared about my book. I'm sure he's not going to go run off and buy her book, but that lets the person know that this is a communication. It's an exchange. Okay. So a good communicator, a professional communicator, knows how to give the other person time to speak, then find something for them to comment on so it can go back and forth. So if you're in a professional work environment and you're just giving your report, your details, your observation of something, but you're not allowing the other person to ask questions or to share their comments, whether they agree or disagree, then you miss the point. A professional person knows how to pause. Do you understand? Do you have any questions? What are your thoughts about this? And they spin it around so the other person can take charge. Okay, now before I get to my bonus tip today, I want to remind you to smash that subscribe button and then be sure to comment, like, or follow so you can let me know how you feel about the content I'm giving, what other tips you need from me. Happy to help you in all areas of speaking with confidence. Now, the bonus tip for today is to remind you to stay away from bladed language. Oh, this happens a lot in the workplace. Bladed language is anything negative. So you don't want to be the person that says, we've tried that already. It doesn't work. Oh, 5 years ago, we've already done that. Yeah, you're the new person. You don't know the way things work around here. That'll never work. Our management, they will never go for that. Stay away from the negative language. See if you can be the person that words it in a positive. Well, I know you've said you've tried that before, but maybe we haven't tried it this way, or maybe we haven't had this person present it. See if you can word things in a positive to get people to stay interested in your cause, and that'll draw a connection as opposed to separation. Anytime you use bladed language, we turn our ears off and the other person's no longer listening. So you never want to be the one who's shutting things down with negativity. So if you're told we've already tried that, we've done this before, it's a bad idea, listen and see if you can offer a new twist on it. Is there something they haven't tried? Is there something they haven't heard? Is there a comment that they need to hear that will help them see it in a new light? These are just some tips to help you today with how to speak professionally in the workplace. If you enjoyed this tip, make sure you smash the subscribe button and go check out the next tip, which is how to speak professionally in the workplace. And then your next step is to go ahead and click the link below for Dara Connolly Club, where I have a plethora of short videos with myself and other experts around the country to help you speak on stages, write a book, and go even beyond to the influencer level. I look forward to hearing from you. And until then, you are amazing.